What is up, guys? Spiffy here, coming at you back again with another episode of 101%ing Wizard 101 solo. Now, can probably tell we're in a little bit different of an area than we left off last time. Um, Last time we finished off in the Colosseum in Croc, but since then I've done some research into more of the pet breeding. Now, originally, when I looked before, we could come to this hatching kiosk, and then the pet that we were looking for was the gloomy eye body. Now that is because, I'll show you here, not only does it give us a plus 35% damage Deathblade, it also gives us a 4-pip Humungo Frog card. That one comes in at adult, so we would have to level it up a little bit. So we were originally going to save up for this. However, to hatch for it, it is 105,000 gold, which is a lot of gold, especially for someone like us that is a lower level. Now, with my own research kind of into it, I came across a Reddit thread when I was looking at low-level gold farming. And something that I wasn't really aware of, if you go back to the pet that you want to hatch with, and you go browse by pet type, you can scroll through here with the different pets. Now, as you can kind of see, the price does change on some of them. Now, the reason that a lot of these are so expensive is because they've just been so, I almost want to say, overdeveloped almost. That's not necessarily the right word, but they've just been over-refined to give you, like, the perfect pet, and that's why they're so expensive. However, the more you click, eventually it does start to get lower and lower. You can kind of see. And then when I had checked earlier this morning, because I was I was scrolling looking for everything late night in bed last night, the lowest one I could find was for 45,000 gold, which would save us a lot of gold, especially if we don't get it on the first couple hatches. Would save us tons and tons of money. So basically what I did a little off-camera gold farming, and by that, basically what I did, I would just go to a housing tour, look for any of the tapestries so you can teleport into a higher level area, and just picked up reagents. I just kept doing that and selling them. And now you can see here we're almost at 50,000 gold. So we'll be able to purchase that pet now, which will be great. We'll at least buy the hatch. There's no guarantee that we'll get it first time. So we'll go over here, and I will quickly scroll through it, and I'll cut back to when we find the right pet. Alrighty, and there we go. There is our pet, Lil Bell, that we can hatch for with 45,000. Now you can probably see, if you paid attention to any of the different talents and stats from the higher level pets that we were looking at earlier, they definitely aren't as good. But right now, all we really want is those spells. So we can kind of keep this pet for a while until eventually we can look at hatching one of the better pets. So we'll do this. We'll click hatch. Yes. Alrighty, Shelby will be ready for us in 4 hours. So we'll have to take a look at that in the next episode. I just wanted to mention as well that you can get these pets for cheaper if you hatch with someone who has the pet in person. However, this is kind of solo, so we're not going to be doing that. Plus, I'm the only person that I know that plays Wizard 101, so I'm sure I could probably find some higher level death wizard on like Reddit or anything that could hatch, but since we are doing the solo, I thought we would do it through that way. Hopefully we do get the gloomy eye pet first try, but we shall have to see. So what we're going to do next, we're going to take a little bit of a break from Croc. We are level 20 now, and I believe we do have 2 spell quests that we can do that the Death School caretaker has for us. So let's take a peek into here.
Hello, young wizard. Since you're here, I'm guessing you're ready for your next death spell. Do you think you are ready? Let's find out. I heard that Professor Winthrop from Marleybone found some death artifacts in a pyramid in Krakatopia. do me a favor and go check to see what he's learned. Maybe he knows of some new death spells.
All right, that we can do. Let's check. We can get the Death Golem now, and we do get Faint pretty soon, so that is going to be scrumptious when we get that. That will definitely help a lot when it comes to the higher health bosses. So, let's run over here. Quickly before we teleport back to Krokotopia, I do want to check in with the first kind of death guy in Ravenwood. I always forget his name, just to make sure we don't have a quest from him that we can do, because maybe we are missing another spell quest. I believe this spell quest that we just accepted is going to give us our prism. I mean, I have no clue, because I don't think I ever played this far on a Death Wizard. Oh, it looks like we already have a quest from him.
He's been asking around about you. You should go see him on Colossus Boulevard.
Let's see. Kirby. So that looks like it's just for gold. We'll maybe do that one after, just in case it is for a spell. But yeah, I've never played this far on a death. At least maybe I did, but on my previous Death Wizard, like almost 6 years ago, but I don't have any recollection on which spell quests give what and everything like that. Alright, so we'll hop up into here, drive up in here, and go talk to Professor Winthrop. Now, I know I mentioned in yesterday's video about, we talked a little bit about football, about my favorite team, the Carolina Panthers. Unfortunately, if any of you are NFL fans, they did end up losing that game yesterday, which did suck. If you did watch it, you'd know that it was a definitely terribly officiated game in favor for the Bucs, so against the Panthers. Luckily, the Falcons did beat the Saints this morning, which was very good. So the Panthers are going to the playoffs. First time winning the division in 10 years, which is crazy. First time being in the playoffs in 8 years. So it's definitely great to see. They'll probably be first round exits, but it's just great to finally be back in the playoffs and kind of, I think it's a good cherry on top for the improvement that they've had this season compared to the season before that and the one before that.
Ah, you must be one of Dworgen's students. I guess he heard that we found some death artifacts. It is amazing that nothing goes on here without him learning about it. I guess that is one advantage to being a wizard. Yes, the death artifacts. I have studied them closely and have made some notes. Can you take these notes to the libraries of Krokotopia and Wizard City, then take the last notes back to Dworgen and Nightside? He will be most interested.
All right, let's do it. So this was Zane and Harold. So Zane's on our way. So we might as well stop to have a chat with him first. There we go. Gotta love the extra long loading screens. Pick up some reagents here. I don't think as well, with the gold farming method that I did, where I went to higher level areas to pick up reagents, it's not something that I'm going to really do all the time. The only reason I wanted to do it is so we could get this starter pet going. And then that will help us a lot with questing our way through all of the worlds, especially since we don't get a AoE until level 52, I think, on a Death Wizard, and it's a 7-pip AoE as well.
Ooh, at last, someone who can help me. Please take this parchment to Zane at the library. Yes, the library is over by the prospector's camp. Ooh, I should have given this to Zane weeks ago. Yes.
All right, now we got to go talk to Zane. He's going to be right in here.
brought me these scrolls because one of the Marleybonians thought they may be dangerous if they were left down there?
Zane takes a look at the scrolls you hand to him.
The scrolls of Nerini. I see why they would not want these to remain in the pyramid. I will hold on to these for you and make sure they remain safe. Professor Winthrop sent you? He needs this information distributed? I'll get right on it. Thank you very much. Ah, the very information I need indeed. I appreciate you for bringing it here to me. Tinu can be such a procrastinator sometimes.
All right. Now we gotta go talk to Harold in the library. The Wizard City Library. It's odd looking at our guy now that we have a different colored hat without the red on it. I think it does slightly mismatch with our gear, maybe ever so slightly. So we could color it, but I don't think it's that too big of a deal, especially with questing in the later worlds. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a better hat fairly soon. All right. So Harold should be over here.
What is this? Information from Professor Winthrop? I'll file this right away. Thank you, young wizard.
Now we can go talk to Dworgen. Alrighty, let's see him in here.
We
Oh,
must
I
go
didn't mean
into
to
the
talk
cave
to
and find more
Maria.
information about Grub. I'll see you inside.
Oh my! This is some interesting information on Krokatopian death items. It's good to hear you distributed the information to the libraries. It appears that those death artifacts have some new powers I was not aware of. I'm sure Malistaire knew of these powers. Here, take this note to the headmaster. I'm sure he will understand my concern.
Let's do it. I'm definitely very excited to get Baint as well as our 4-pip AoE, because that is going to make questing just a hell of a lot easier. Not that it's not necessarily difficult, it will definitely just speed things up a lot.
Greetings, young wizard. What brings you here?
You hand him the note that was given to you by Dworgen. He frowns at the information it contains.
This news is grave indeed. I had not expected Malistaire to find those death artifacts so quickly. Our time is shorter than I expected. Dworgen will require a book, the Dark Grimoire. It has some spells that he will need. Normally, I don't like these spells being used, and you can see why when you look at what Malistaire is doing with this knowledge. Go to Nightside, near where Mortis stands. There, you will be contacted by a scarecrow. He will give you the Dark Grimoire. After that is done, take it immediately to Dworgen. Go, quickly!
Alright. Let's do it. We could have definitely been using our teleport back to Dworgen this whole time with all this running around, but oh well, that is what it is. Oh right, we had to go locate the scarecrow first. That is my bad.
feel the ground begin to tremble.
Greetings, young wizard. I understand that you need the Dark Grimoire. This is a very powerful and dangerous book. I gather that Malister's army is growing if Ambrose needs this text. I fear that this book will do you little in light of his new powers.
The Scarecrow casts a spell, and the book appears in your hands.
All right. Time to talk to Dworgen.
Ambrose sent you to get the Dark Grimoire? These are dark times indeed. Malister must be building his army faster than we expected. We will all need to be prepared.
He tears a page from the Dark Grimoire and hands it to you. It immediately turns into a spell card.
Take this spell, young wizard. You will need it in your trials ahead, but beware. Stay on the straight and narrow, lest you fall into the despair that Malister is creating. All Death students must become strong, or they too will turn to the darkness.
Alright, it gives us a curse. That is interesting. Let's check here. That will definitely be good and come in handy for our spells in the future. We'll add some of those in. Alright. Now, before we continue on into Croc, let's go talk to our main man down in Colossus Boulevard. Our main man being Kirby Longspear. Hopefully he's not too far away. It looks like he is, though. Oh well. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys are any NFL fans, who your favorite team is, or if you have who your Super Bowl prediction is, or who you're rooting for in these playoffs. It'll definitely be an interesting playoff to watch. It's been a really interesting year in general. Alright, Kirby should be here soon. Do a little dodging and weaving, try not to get pulled.
So, Malorn Ashthorn wants me to rate your fighting skills? Okay, I've done that many times for him before. I talked to him because I was once a death student. Problem was, I was too scared of ghosts. How about you go and defeat some gobblers? They are pretty tough for the Wizard City area. I would not want to go up against any.
Alright, time to fight some gobblers. I'm not sure how much we will use our new found death spell, Curse. Well, we are going to use it now, but especially once we get faint. I don't really see us using it that much, to be honest, but it could be a good extra bit of damage if we do need it in a fight. Alrighty. I think we'll just go ahead and ghoul right here. Alright, that is one gobbler down. Now let's see here. We're going to cycle through some of our cards and then put a death blade on us just so we can hopefully pull, like, a ghoul would be nice, because I think that would do enough damage with all the stuff we have on right now. The honesty is, I don't know if it would, though. I don't think we're going to risk it for the biscuit. I think we're just going to put a death trap on him, and then we can ghoul. Actually, maybe we'll save up our pips for one more round, and then we can see what our new max damage with Vampire is. Unless we pull Power Pip, which we did not, but that's okay. We'll just cast a little shield on ourselves. Alrighty. Ooh, almost clicked a ghoul. He does locus us. That's not terrible, though. We should get lots of health back with this vampire. Alright, let's see. New max damage. Without any kind of boosts or anything. Oh, it does boost on him. Never mind. 920, that is pretty good. Getting close to the 1,000 mark. I'm interested to see what we would do once we get Faint as well with a vampire. Let's see here. We can probably just get into a fight. Not too worried about having the extra health. Alright. So, this guy's definitely going to hit us, so I think we're just going to Banshee this guy. He is attacking us. A little natural attack. Nice. 394. We do pull Power Pip. Nothing we can use straight off the bat, though. So I think we'll just shield, and then we can Banshee again. Or maybe we'll ghoul. I could go for a little ghoul if we pull one. Alright, and there's our ghoul. She should do enough, I think. With a boost. Ooh, we fizzle. It's okay, we'll just vampire. We will just vampire. Alright, we do get some boots, but nothing really good.
Impressive indeed. You seem to be living up to your reputation as a death student. I just wish I could have made it as a student when I was young. Here, take the note to Malorn Ashthorn. I gave you 5 out of 5 gold stars for your effort. Keep up the studies, young wizard.
Alright, so we can just go back to our home and then talk to him. see here.
So it seems that Kirby was impressed with your performance, and that you're becoming a talented wizard. Your next spell is called Death Prism. You will need the Scroll of the Elder Seer to complete this quest. I heard that a clue to the location of the scroll is somewhere near Mortis, the Death Tree, in a secret place called Nightside. You'll know it when you see it.
Alright, let's teleport back to Nightside.
You feel the ground begin to rumble.
So, you are looking for the spell scroll? It is inside the tower across the street. Unfortunately, it is well guarded by Night Stalker and Adair Tomeo. Be careful, young wizard. This will be a tough battle. Good luck.
Alright. So we'll have to hop into here. I assume they're going to be both death bosses. So we might have to switch on over to our fire
What is this? A visitor? You'll never get the scroll of the Elder Seer.
Alright, so yeah, we will switch up our deck here a little bit. Just because I assume they are going to have a good amount of resist. Let's see here. We can keep those. Go to our fire spells. We'll put in some sunbirds, some fire elves. Some of those as well. Alright, so that should hopefully be good. Alright. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm going to save the Sunbird so we can do that on Adair Tomeo. So what we'll do is we'll just cast a little Glacial Shield on ourselves. We probably could have taken these guys down, honestly, just with death spells, but I never know how much resist they have. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Now we'll Sunbird. Perfect, and we get that one off. Alright, now I believe a Fire Elf will do the trick onto the Night Stalker. So we're going to pass this round. He passes as well. And then we'll do a little Fire Elf. Alright, what we'll do is we'll just cast a little Dark Spread on him. So we can kind of hurry up this fight. I'm interested to see how much damage it does, too, with resist. It looks like he has about, like, 50. Maybe a little more. We can just pass this round. Actually, we'll use a Heartbeat on ourselves. Why not? Perfect. And we get some health back. Now we go back over to Ravenwood. talk to Marlin Ashthorn. I'm very excited, like I said, to get our 4-pip AoE with our pet. And then also having Faint. It's going to do us wonders.
I see you found the scroll of the Elder Seer. Very good. Let me see it.
You give the scroll to Malorn Ashthorn, who immediately starts reading it.
Yes, this is the scroll of the Elder Seer. And for that, here is your next death spell.
Awesome. All right. And we got our prism. That is going to do us wonders as well. I think that's where we're going to end today's video. And then we can continue on with our mainline story in Croc. So yeah, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya.